Hello everybody, how are you today? Genesis 7:1. It talks about Noah and God talking to him. You have to read this in KJV or NKJV because of the word that is used here. In all other versions it was used go to the ark, but in KJV and NKJV it says come to the ark. Come into the ark. There are two things here in the same verse. God says to Noah, come into the ark. I have found you righteous than anyone in your generation, in this generation. So he didn't compare him with somebody else in the past or anything like that. God found Noah as a righteous person, an upright person in his generation, and we know how wicked his generation was. We all know why God destroyed the world with a flood at that time, because of how wicked the world was. And we see so many similarities now. Everywhere we see it's just wicked. Wickedness is rampant all over, all around us, even within our hearts sometimes. And those who don't believe in God, imagine how much of a wickedness is all around us. So in that kind of generation, God is looking for upright, righteous people like Noah. So don't ever think it's impossible to live a righteous life or be upright in the sight of God in this current evil world. So that's a beautiful encouragement that even though the world seems that way, we still have a race to run. Keep the fight and finish the race. Keep the faith. So that's the other lesson. And the first part of the verse, come into the ark. Who says come and who says go? When we have guests over, we are the host and they are the guests. And what do we say when they knock on the door? Come in, because we live here, right? So in the same way, God says, come into the ark. What does that tell you? God is in the ark. It's going to be a 40-day, 40-night lonely ride, a bumpy ride. It's not going to be easy with all those animals, the sounds, the feeding, the rocky ride. He says, come into the ark because he is there to sustain them. So our life is not going to be smooth. It's not walk in the park. It's not a cakewalk, or it's not a smooth ride all the time. But guess what? God is in our hearts. God is in our homes. God is in our churches. Just invite him and keep him there. Treat him as the most important chief guest of all times, every day, every time. Honor him, respect him. So the two lessons: he is with us to help us with this ride. It can be bumpy, it can be rough, it can be hard, it can be so hard and so tough. You don't feel like it, but he is with us. And the other one is we have to be righteous and upright, even amidst this wicked world. That's the other encouragement. God bless you.